So...
I hear Claude's earned himself a rather colorful nickname. He does whatever it takes to win. I like that. It will be especially satisfying to defeat him. I can't wait to see what his next move is.
Hey!
I hear Claude.
Do you ever regret taking the path you did? I guess doubts and regrets just come with being human. Whatever path you choose going forward, I'll follow you without question.
To tell you the truth, I used to be a Knight of Seros. But at some point, I just couldn't follow the Archbishop anymore. I ran away in secret and decided to join the Imperial Army. When I found Alois here, it made me feel much better. It meant I'd made the right decision. Ever since that day you disappeared, the Archbishop has been completely different. She started laughing as if she was possessed and spouting complete gibberish.
Claude. Which one was he again? Oh, right. Yeah, of course I remember him. It's just, I can't picture his face. Don't remember what he looks like. I'm not sure if I ever knew. Oh well, he's just another enemy now, isn't he? What? Am I not supposed to say that?
We're gonna go up against Claude next? I haven't seen him in forever. Wonder how he's been. I chose this side because I believe in you, Professor. But it's not like I got anything against Claude. Of course! Claude was the kind of person who would be instantly friends with anyone. I don't mind so much that we gotta fight him. I just hope he doesn't get killed. That...
Obvious. You knew the odds. Don't bother haunting me. Don't bother haunting me. You knew the odds. Is that it? Don't bother haunting me.
Didn't they used to call Claude the Master Tactician? I want a nickname too. Maybe I'll get one if I can defeat him at Deirdre. I'll come up with a plan that'll beat his and earn a nickname for sure. What's that? What's that? What's that?
Professor? I'm happy when we win battles, and I'm always relieved when our friends make it back safe. On the other hand, it's hard to watch the enemy die. Even worse when it's someone you know. Perhaps it would have been better if I'd just stayed with the opera. No, Professor. I refuse to regret my past decisions. Now you just have to lead us to victory, so everyone else can let go of their regrets too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe. Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know? If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm. Yeah? Maybe you and me? That'd be a good reason to survive the war.
Without the support of the pro-imperialist lords, the Alliance is greatly weakened. Even so, I don't feel great about all this. We're gonna be fighting Claude. We can't. You're right. Claude has such unusual strategies for toying with his enemies. Even with you here, this battle will be very challenging. What?
That reminds me.
5 years ago, most of the people involved with the church in the Empire moved to the Eastern Church in Alliance territory. I've been hearing rumors that the majority of those have now gone to the kingdom capital, Verdiad. The Eastern Church has no military force of its own, so they must be sensing that the Alliance is weak and fleeing.
Hey!
Hello. A hungry hero is no better than a well-fed soldier. Do you know that saying? No? That's because I just made it up. If you're hungry, you're never going to be at full strength. Keep your belly full and stay strong.
Right. Deirdre, huh? I've always wanted to go there. In Fargus, most of the towns are pretty much glorified fortresses. So, to hear about a place called the Aquatic Capital, it just sounds so elegant. Let's go for a leisurely visit someday, promise? You know, after the war is over.
Professor, I think you should be made aware of a certain group working with the Imperial Army. They are the same lot that invented a technique to turn monsters into war assets. It's quite obvious their trick draws on the power of the Creststones, but there is something more to it than that. Some secret I have yet to decipher. I suppose I need to better understand what kind of people they are. Who are they? What do they want? For her part, Miss Edelgard is cooperating, yet does not hide her hostility towards them. I suspect we should prepare, in case the day should come when we must combat these strange people.
Do you have time for a request? You've done me a great service.
Professor, since the past, I have learned much of the language of Fodlan. But speaking the Fodlan language still gives me difficulty. I can understand, read, and write with nearly perfection now. But understanding and speaking are fruits of a different color. I have gratitude for you, Professor. I hope that I will have fluency one day. This is...
I never do get used to the sight of blood. It always makes me feel as if I might faint. I suppose I told you that, though, yes? I have no idea how you cope with it. I hope this war ends soon. I dislike being lightheaded because other people are bleeding everywhere. It's all a great deal of bother, but I will do my part, of course. That's not...
Flowers are so resilient, aren't they? Despite the war going on outside the monastery, here they are blooming beautifully. I hope we get to see more kinds of flowers when the weather warms up. Did you...
Professor! I'm from Alliance lands, but I'm only a commoner. The idea of fighting Alliance nobles isn't exactly losing me any sleep. Fighting old friends, though? That's something else. No, I'd better clear my head. Captain Gerald used to say a mercenary has to be thoughtless. Guess I finally get what he meant. Someone...
Hey! We can't actually join you on the battlefield, but rest assured that we're there in spirit. We're doing everything we can to support the army, so give it your all out there.
Hey there. Professor?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Deirdre is known as the aquatic capital. It's a beautiful town with streets that seem to float on the water and an impressive harbor. In times of peace, it would be a wonderful place for a holiday. Anyway, best of luck in the next battle.
Hey there.
Hey!
Got a favor to ask. Professor?
Professor. I thought I was ready for this. But it's not easy to fight against my old schoolmates. I was in the Golden Deer House, so I have a lot of memories with them. Really? It is? I wish that we could resolve this without violence. Then again, precisely because they're old friends, I wouldn't leave this to someone else. I have to assume responsibility.
Claude, eh? He always was sharp among his peers. Never let himself get caught up in conventions. He wasn't typical in Fodlan. Then there's Rhea and King Dimitri. I'd stay on their good sides, for different reasons. Yeah, well, if that's the only way forward, it can't be helped. It's not...
So, listen.
The Gloucester and Ordelia houses have territory in the southern regions of the Alliance. Everyone knows they support the Empire, so they won't get in the way of our armies.
Hi.
5 years ago, during the attack on this place, you allowed me to join your side. Since then, I've risen through the ranks. And now I'm a general leading my own army. In this invasion of the Alliance, I've been entrusted with maintaining the supply lines and keeping the Goneril territories under control. That's why I won't be accompanying you to Deirdre. Please look after Lady Edelgard.
Food has gotten scarce since the war started. Lately, the prices have really been going up. Normally, that would mean reducing our own take, but we just can't afford to do that. If we lose this war, we lose everything. Still, the townspeople are the ones who will suffer from this the most. The longer this goes on, the more people will starve.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Now that we've seized the Great Bridge of Myrden, House Gloucester is comfortable aligning itself with the Empire. The path to Regan lands lies straight before us. Our clash with Claude draws nearer by the moment. I certainly hope so. I would be quite disappointed if my greatest rival were to simply roll over. I know Claude better than anyone. He is a schemer. No doubt he has some trap for us in mind. Let us be vigilant, Professor.
Hey, I have been wondering something. If I had not been your student, where would I be right now? Who would I be? Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor? Ah, so you do think about such questions. You can never find answers, though, right? We cannot turn back time, so there is no way to go back and try a different path. How could you... How could...
It's like this. If you travel east from the Alliance and cross Fodlan's throat, you enter the land of Almyra. House Goneril's territory touches the eastern border of the Alliance. They also have Lord Holst, the most valiant warrior in the Alliance. Tasked with keeping watch over the Almyrans' movements, he rarely leaves Goneril territory.
Right.
Remember the Death Knight who stabbed me 5 years ago? Of course you do. How could you forget? Well, it turns out he's a general in the Imperial Army. He leads the Western Front against the Kingdom. Once I knew he was at Garreg I stormed right up to him, told him who I was and what he did. And he offered me an apology. I'm talking about a sincere, heartfelt, solemn apology. What a letdown. What's going on with that guy anyway? Who is he under that mask? No, 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 no.
Big brother always gets so fired up. Better keep an eye on him. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to myself. I hear you're heading out to Deirdre. Good luck with the battle.
Hey there. Lately, the Kingdom and the Knights of Seiros haven't made any significant moves. I don't suppose they're going to stand by and watch while we attack Deirdre, though. That's why I've doubled our guard and instructed them to be extra vigilant. I will keep Garreg safe. It is my duty and responsibility.
Hey!
No. Yes. Judith of Daphnel, you are a force to be reckoned with.
You will not be forgotten. In another life, I might have fought by her side. It's a harsh truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. We can't change the past. No! 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 No!
Learning these things gives me great difficulty.
Singing with others is a nice change of pace. Usually I do it when I'm alone.
The tide of war is clearly favoring us, but Claude refuses to surrender. I wonder why that could be. Frankly, it seems to me that his ideals are not that far removed from Edelgard's. I suppose even the very powerful can be irrational at times. What's
Need something? See you again soon.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
What?
Hey,
Oh, good. Thanks.
Professor?
Professor!
In order to defeat a formidable foe, you must first learn who they are. How much do you know about the Alliance? The Leicester Alliance unites the feudal lords of that region. It holds regular roundtable conferences where they vote on their policies. However, only the 5 great lords are permitted to vote. Duke Goneril, Count Gloucester, Count Ordelia, Margrave Edmund, and their leader, Duke Regan. Their titles were originally granted to them by the royal family of Farkas. About 300 years ago, the Alliance was still part of the Holy Kingdom of Farkas, you see.
So we've somehow managed to take the Great Bridge of Myrden. That means House Gloucester should now be ready to join the fold more formally. We've blown a major hole in Claude's plan to preserve the Alliance. We should press on to Deirdre before he has the opportunity to adjust his strategy. I have a request for you. So we've somehow...
Professor? I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins, don't you? I wish it dearly, but few others feel that way. They fight in a bloody battle, take countless lives, and then finally come to understand defeat. They refuse to admit when they're beaten, and they keep it up until they've been utterly defeated. Of course, I understand that sacrifice is inevitable. But if they're going to surrender after being defeated anyway, why raise a weapon in the first place? Alas, 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 alas.
Didn't they I want to nick... Thanks for this. Thanks for this. Thanks for... Thanks for...
Ah, yes. Professor, what brings you out so late? Oh, that was likely my voice. I've been worrying about something. I asked you once to help me achieve my goal of being a person who can simply nap all day. Then I thought, if the world becomes a peaceful place, all my crest research might be for naught. Well, I don't see how crests have much use in times of peace. Certainly there are crests that make you stronger and could be used in engineering. And I suppose crests that increase magical abilities might help doctors heal injuries. Still, the possibilities seem limited. It's as if crests were designed to be used only in times of war. Their power meant to bring about death and destruction. I cannot prove what I say is true, but suppose for a moment that it is. The longer this war goes on, the more useful my crest research becomes. But if the war were to end today, we would go on living, perhaps not using the power of our crests at all. It is truly my dream to be a crest scholar, but I also dream of all the wonderful naps peace would bring. Saying it all out loud, it feels a rather stupid thing to worry over. Knowledge or peace, sleep or war. Thank you, Professor. I appreciate the sentiment. Although if I stop researching crests, I'll have one less excuse to spend time with you. Professor, don't make faces like that. People like you, who listen to my blathering and then nod and smile as though what I say matters, people like you are very precious to me.
Professor! Do you have a minute, Professor? I gotta talk to you. I've been thinking a lot about those brigands with the scorpion tattoos, and I realized something. I mean, I'll feel better if I get this off my chest, right? Okay, listen. I can't deny who I am. I know you were right 5 years ago when you told me not to chase after that suspicious guy. But I still can't get over the possibility that he might have hurt those kids. I would have regretted not stopping him for the rest of my life. There's no way I could forgive myself. It sounds awful to say, but the safety of those kids is more important to me than the nights we lost. I'm sorry, Professor, but I can't promise that I won't disobey your orders in the future. I know. It's too big a risk to keep me around. I won't cause a fuss. I'll just pack my bags and... What? I guess so. You're really okay with me sticking around? Even if I might not always follow orders? People could get hurt if you let me keep doing things my way. Just like that? I almost can't believe it. I really struggled to come to this decision, you know? I want to stand by your side, but I won't stop standing up for what I believe in. I know I might cause trouble for everyone, but I just, you know, I give up. I've got nothing else to say. I should have just kept my mouth shut. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Professor. Thanks for accepting me for who I am. I'm glad I get to keep fighting by your side.
Sounds fun! Let me show you my cooking talent. A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking!
This is a wonderful dish. You could sell this in any restaurant in the capital.
As a noble, I try to ensure my manners are perfect. Here I can relax a bit, however.
Right. Deirdre. Professor, since the...
Remember, well, one Eddie off. What's going on?
Hey there.
Professor,
I have been...
I suppose... Thanks. Thanks for the help.
It is a... Tell...
You're...
You're...
Don't... It was... You... Let's...
What now? I've got something I want to ask you. It seems like you just know everything.
Professor.
I'm just not there yet.
I'll make good use of this power.
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon.
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
I have success!
Looks as if I failed.